Hey, what is up, guys and gals?
Hello. Tiffany and Ryan from Valrico. We got to move somewhere cool.
Valrico is dope.
Yeah, but it sucks.
We got man-eating alligators in Valrico, Tiffany.
Oh, no. For real. That's not cool. Did you guys
But what's the story? Like, some people have said it in the comments. Like, what was the person down there?
So, I actually got a little bit of an inside scoop from one of the groups that I follow, and it said that it was actually a young lady, not a man. And apparently a month ago, they had called, people in that subdivision had called the cops because she actually threw herself in front of a car and then jumped into the lake. But the cops couldn't do anything or wouldn't do anything or, it's a case, it sounds like a case of mental illness.
Wow,
So, she might have been, apparently they're like, there's stories going around that she's, a drug addict or whatever, and they're saying that's not it. Like, she's just mentally ill.
How old is this person?
So, I have no information other than it's a woman. They said her name, but I'm not going to say it just in case it's, not correct information. Starts with an S. And, I that's all I know. So pretty crazy though. But apparently, a gator ate her. It sounds like she was,
She probably, if she's got a mental illness, she probably knew there was a gator there, saw it, and decided to go do something stupid.
I don't think that's accurate. What I'm thinking is she's already tried to jump in the lake before, right? So she probably tried to jump in the lake again to maybe that was, maybe she was trying to hurt herself or whatever, but then a gator just...
That's a shitty way to die, man.
Sucks.
Right?
Totally sucks. But again, we know that there is, there's a mental health issue in this country. People are not able to get help. I see time and time again, people post on these groups, hey, I've got a teenager. A lot of time it's teenagers, right? Because they got all these hormones and emotions and don't know what to do. And they're asking like, where can I get help type of thing? And you can get help, but it's a lot of money. It's a couple $100 an hour, right? So not everybody can afford that.
Sure.
So there's just no kind of programs for young people. So anyway, crazy story.
Crazy.
Yes, the tropical storm, the rain has started. Hopefully we can get through this live because we've had the power go out several times. Not today, but over the weekend with just a littler storm. So hopefully...
Dude, our power goes out in this new house like a lot. I don't understand what is happening, but it drives me nuts. It's got to be the position. I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, happy 4th to everybody. I hope that you had an awesome weekend. Ryan and I did. We had our first annual golf cart parade. You forgot to say hi to people, Tiff. Like, that's the priority. You did? No, you didn't do that yet.
I thought we did.
What's up, Jay? What's up, Jamie? Clear gray sky. There you go.
I was saying hi on the little chat.
Oh, okay. Kyle's on here.
I saw Ann because she
TP9.
said.
Yep, saw Ann.
And Jean is on again. Sandy G in the house. I love that we see so many regulars. Like,
sure.
It's so awesome to see the same people because you guys are just like us, and I love it. I love hanging out with people just like us. Super cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
So anyway, let me finish my story about so we had our first annual golf cart parade. I was in it to win it because there was $50 on the line for the best golf cart. Oh, you got pictures?
Yeah. I do this for a living, Tiff.
Do it again. Put it on. I was so mad that we didn't have pictures. So do you see it's got little gnomes everywhere? And the sign on the front said, there's gnome place like America. Isn't that so awesome?
So it's supposed to be a contest to like see who had the best golf cart, right?
It was fixed.
$50 prize, and we lost, which was like...
Listen, I'm not a sore loser. Yes, I am.
I almost like spiked a soda can on the ground in front of 50 people just because I was like, I'm
so happy that you did it because this is our first meeting the neighborhood.
I was going to play the video. If you guys have watched Step Brothers, if you remember when the two stepbrothers are sitting on the couch and they get in trouble and the parents say, you're not allowed to watch TV, you have to move out, whatever. And they said, they just said some inappropriate stuff. But I thought that would be a funny video to play on here, but I know there's kids watching.
Yeah. We don't want to do that. But anyway, I totally thought that we were going to win. We never won. And that's We should have won. We did have totally the best cart. Hey, we got DJ Todd Love Jam Cam. First time checking in with you guys. I'm from Orlando. Well, welcome. Oh, nice. We hope that you will find us entertaining.
Okay, so here.
Sometimes it's not the case.
We went to Faith's birthday party. So Bruna's daughter, Christina's granddaughter. We went there. And so I got to meet Bruna Saturday, right? Got to meet Bruna, Saturday which was awesome. And we're hanging out and stuff. So Bruna's dad, who we've never met, at the end, he like comes up and he's like, hey, I just want to, thank you. I want to thank your viewers for the donations that they made. And he's like very emotional about it, right?
Yeah,
he's
of
like,
course. I mean, that's...
If I'm going to pay you back. And I said, we didn't do it to get paid back, right. Sir. Like, that's not why everybody did it. And I said, he's like, if you need anything from me, call me and I will be there. If you need me to do something, I will do it. Now, he's a truck driver, an over-the-road truck driver.
Yeah.
So I said...
No, I said it.
Can you move a small package for me? And he's like, yep, nope, I can do it. And, and Tiff was
I stole the joke from Ryan. I said it, but I stole it from Ryan because every time he hears somebody's like a truck driver or like from the Cayman Islands or something like that, he'll always say, oh, can you move a package for me? So super funny, but they're like, oh, thrown off. And he's like, okay.
But then I was like, I don't think he got the joke, Tiffany. And he's like, no, I got it. Yeah. I can do it. And I was like, oh my God.
You're really thankful.
Like this guy watched that movie, The Mule, and he took it way too seriously.
Way too serious. Okay, we got Perverted Justice. I don't think we should listen to anything that person says. No, he says, you should do a Tampa Carry After Dark for adults only.
Trust me, a lot would be said. I agree. I think, I don't know. I don't think I can handle Your sensitive little ears.
Yeah, because Ryan already puts me where I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. Or I'm like, please don't say that on the live.
The hard part is that it's recorded. Please. Like I can say random wild stuff when we're in person because nobody's recording me. Yeah. When it's on the internet forever, it's a little different. You can't take it
back. Exactly. Yeah. I know. Okay, Tom Cigar says OnlyFans, hashtag Tampa Carry. I don't even know what OnlyFans is. The only reason I have a little bit of a clue is because when new people meet Ryan and they're like,
yeah, whatever.
Well, no, it's funny if they say like, oh, I've seen you before, or you're the guy from the video.
No, they say, like, I love your videos. And I'm like, oh, the ones on OnlyFans.
Yeah. And so I had to ask him what that was, but no OnlyFans. No.
Tiffany, we could make a lot of money selling pictures of our feet.
Shut up. Your feet, no. Ryan has
Why? There's some creepy guy in Asia. Look at Tom. Tom would probably buy pictures of my feet.
You have pterodactyl feet. His middle toe, this is his big toe. His middle toe is like way longer than his big toe.
Tom Cigar says OnlyFans is just like this, except naked.
Oh.
Dude, I could do a naked live stream.
No. Oh, gosh. Ugh. And in here, too, because we have to shut off the air because it's too loud. So we're like all sweaty. So, yeah, people would be looking at you like all sweaty. Ugh. Yeah.
They do the news naked in Russia, I saw.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. Like the reporter starts off like in her normal reporter thing, right? And then she'll be like, there was a story today coming out of Baklava. And then she like takes off her like shirt, and then it's like one piece of clothing at a time.
Is this regular news or like paid adult news?
I don't know.
And
sounds awesome.
And is it real news?
Sounds awesome. It makes me want to move to Russia, even though they have communism.
Oh my gosh! Thank you, Sandy G. She says you need to bring Buck back. Did you go digging into Ryan's earlier videos there? If you guys haven't,
a lot of people have said lately, Buck needs to come and do a live stream. Like, you want to talk about Tampa Carry After Dark. That's Buck.
Yeah.
Buck says some wild stuff.
No, that's the other guy. What was his name? The guy we really had to get rid of because Ryan was just going way too far.
It got way overboard.
What was his name?
I can't even. I know he touches nipples a lot. What was his name? The Tactical Steve was one of my favorites.
I loved Tactical Steve.
Tactical Steve was awesome.
Then there was Buck. Then there was Toothpick.
Yeah, Toothpick was cool too.
Toothpick was awesome. What was the pervert's name? Okay, if you guys remember the pervert's name, please help me up. I haven't Watch.
Katura, if you type in like Florida stand your ground law.
Okay, Katura, yes. If you and your
just
husband
look for a crazy thumbnail.
Want to bust out laughing, you got to watch Ryan as Buck. And Lincoln is Buck's son, Gator.
What? So what's crazy about... Hold on a second. Let me see if I can do this.
No, I can't do I can get it. Is it the stand your ground one?
No. Don't worry about it. Or don't worry about it. Maybe next week we'll like have some clips or whatever. Okay. When we were filming that stuff, so like Gator was Buck's son, and the whole concept was anytime Buck was like talking to the camera, which he was like hyper redneck, super conservative, extremist right-wing person, right?
Yeah.
Every time he was talking, Gator, which is Lincoln, would be in the background just doing some wild stuff.
Dangerous stuff.
So like when we did the one episode of Stand Your Ground and Buck shot somebody who waved at him because of Stand Your Ground, Lincoln was in the back like pouring gasoline on the body. We filmed that in my Tampa Cary parking lot.
Yeah.
When we lit that thing on fire, the ball of flames that came off of that body was insane.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
So it was crazy because it was like made to look like a real dead body. And then after we burned it, we threw it in the dumpster. It didn't look very good.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've got to for sure go back and watch some of those because they are hilarious.
Johnny Fingers.
Johnny Fingers. Okay.
Johnny Fingers.
If you see Johnny Fingers come up on the screen and you're kind of like me where you're a little like,
oh man,
don't watch it.
Don't watch those videos.
Don't watch it. Because,
What's funny is there were so many episodes of Johnny Fingers that were so extreme.
You didn't put them on,
We could never release it because it was like, that was bad.
It was so bad because the film crew that Ryan used...
So this is when I hired
poured fire on Ryan. Like they were the same personality as Ryan. And, Ryan has the same like personality as, what's his name, Will Ferrell, which drives me crazy. So, just super extreme. Anyway, let's
awesome, though.
Let's answer some questions on here. Oh, wait. So Tracy Cartwright says, I went to Disney Springs today and a dog alerted on me because I had oil from cleaning my gun this morning. Well, first off, good for you for cleaning your gun. And so what happened though? Like when they came up, what did you say? What did you do? And how'd you get rid of your weed stash? So this has happened a lot. It's been on the Florida Concealed Carry group a lot where people say the same thing. The dog sniffed them out. If you guys see, which video of yours is it that you tell the story?
I don't even know.
Same thing happened to Ryan when he went to Disney Springs, but he actually had his gun on him, but a dog sniffed him out. And they made him leave right away. So they actually escorted him, walked with him. And we stopped to go to the bathroom and they're like, no, you got to keep going. So we had to wait. He had to leave us behind in the bathroom and keep walking because they wouldn't let him.
But I walked very slowly.
So in case any of you know Ryan's personality, this is the way Ryan walked.
I literally was taking I would step 4 inches at a time. It's like, you want me to walk? I'll walk. And because 4 inches at a time.
Apparently, as long as you're moving,
they can't arrest me.
They can't arrest him. So he was like, and just to see these guys, there was 4 guys, right, surrounding him, and just to see their face. And then, of course, what does he do? He takes out his phone, and he's like, so I'm here at Disney Springs, and these guys are making me leave. So it's pretty funny. I was just hoping that it would all end okay and we could go back, but we're not going back. Well, I haven't heard of Johnny Fingers. Gross. I actually blocked a guy in the comment because of his comments. Yeah, there are some people in the things get out of control, but just block them. People don't know that you can do that. If there's people in the live chat that you feel like, are inappropriate, you can just block them and you'll no longer see their stuff.
Okay, here's a great comment. David, I talked to a congressional leader and they told me, have your trust in God and you don't need a gun, just trust God. And talk to my family and the other people, and they told me that I can't have guns. David, I have had, actually in just this last week, I've had this discussion several times with Christians.
Yeah.
And it goes to show a very deep lack of understanding among Christians. If you remember when Jesus was sending out the disciples, he said, before you go, bring your cloak, so your coat, and your sword. And if you don't have a sword, sell your coat and go buy a sword. So why would Jesus say something like that? It's because there are bad, evil people. And sometimes we have to defend ourselves. You know, this concept among Christians is that if we have a gun, we're not trusting God to protect us. I see it very differently. When I go to church, God works. Okay, here's a great story. During the Hurricane Katrina, there was a guy who was trapped on his roof. And just imagine, there's floodwater everywhere. It's 20 feet deep or whatever. This guy's on his roof, and he's praying to God, God, please save me. And then all of a sudden, somebody comes on a raft, and they say, hey, sir, get on my raft. I'm going to bring you to safety. And he said, no, I don't need your raft. God is going to save me. And he's praying, God, save me. And the next day, a person comes in a boat and says, hey, dude, get on my boat. We'll take you to safety. And he said, I don't need your boat. God is going to save me. Mm-hmm. And then the next day, a helicopter comes, the U.S. National Guard. Hey, dude, get on our helicopter. We are going to save you. I don't need you. God is going to save me. Mm-hmm. And then finally, he's crying out to God saying, why won't you save me? And God said, I've been trying. You don't want to help.
Well, he said, I sent the other people. Yeah.
But that's the point, right? God, the way God is going to protect my church from an active shooting is by helping me to have the awareness, the training, and the skill set to shoot that SOB in the face from 50 feet away. That's what's going to happen. And I'm going to praise God and thank God after it's over that I was able to make that shot, hopefully, if I can make it.
Yeah, so bottom line is, you know, God cures cancer. Sometimes it's cured miraculously, but sometimes it's cured through doctors and nurses and wisdom, and God gives that to people. So it's the same concept, right? God uses people and to help other people. So anyway, that is part of what we think. Okay, what do you think about a felon?
Yeah, hold on. And Jay brings a good point. Like, God, think about the Jews, right? The Jews in Nazi-controlled Germany are being persecuted and murdered by the millions, right? God used the Allied troops to go in there and kill the enemy to save God's chosen people. You know, so I think sometimes that's the way stuff goes down.
Yeah, I totally agree. All right, Casper Soul says, what do you think about a felon open carrying an antique firearm? Since
yes,
that
this
is
question
the
all the time.
only
We've answered this
option.
question.
Oh, we have?
Yeah, multiple times.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I have a bad memory then.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're allowed to do it and that's what you want to do, go for it.
Why would God send hurricanes to Florida? Who knows? Just to mess with us.
I don't think that he
keep us on our toes. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't think he necessarily sends it. It's just the way it happens, right? Rains on the just and the unjust. It just happens.
Sure.
It's
yeah.
nature. Okay.
Okay. So Senurius something says, I have access to a car, but I only own a motorcycle. I'm just curious, what are the laws of transporting a firearm, especially long guns, in a soft case on my back on a motorcycle? Rules are the exact same. So the gun needs to be inside of a case, and that's it. So you just have to know if you have a soft rifle case that people may call the police. Mm-hmm. You're not doing anything illegal, but the police may stop you and harass you, and you just got to be prepared for that, right?
Sure.
Be polite, explain it, and it frankly shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Yeah. Exactly. Mackenzie Owen says, hey, I'm moving to Florida from California.
Awesome.
Oh, but I'm from Ohio and I have an Ohio license and CCW. Can I carry in Florida with my Ohio license? No. Florida doesn't recognize any out-of-state permits once you move to Florida. They give you 90 days to get a Florida concealed carry permit. So you have that 90 days to get your paperwork in and stuff like that, get your Florida permit. And then once you have your Florida permit, that is good and reciprocal in 37 other states.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Kanik, you have 90 days to fix it. Please do not vote.
Tom Cigar says, person moving from California, please do not vote. There's a reason she's moving from California.
Yeah.
It's probably because those policies have failed.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think that I think it's good when you get the people that realize that, hey, something's wrong with this setup and they're moving here, you know, so they're hopefully not going to want to turn Florida into another California. But we will see. Yeah,
Joe brings up a good point. He says that if he went to a church that prohibited or looked down on carrying a weapon, he would not go there.
Yeah.
I 100% agree. I became a staff member at our church, so a deacon, like 3 or 4 years ago. And, you know, that was part of the thing with the pastor, right? So I'm on staff. People are looking up to me. But the point is, if you have an issue with me carrying a gun, then I'm out, right? I'm out. I'm not coming here. My family will not come here because it's not going to happen. It's definitely a no-go.
Okay, so Mackenzie says, no, I'm from Ohio. I vote the good way.
Okay. You can vote then, Mackenzie. You can vote.
Okay, that's super funny. New church law, ? Jay Chambers is asking about that. So just give a quick rundown.
Yeah, so I did a video about it, but the new church bill that Governor Ron DeSantis signed basically allows a person to possess a firearm at a church that also has a school attached to the church. So before, you could never have a firearm on the property of a school, which is a daycare. I'm sorry, not a daycare. A preschool, elementary, middle, high school, or a career facility, career center. So now if a church is renting, let's say the gym at a middle school, you're allowed to have that gun at the school property on Sunday during that church service.
Yeah, which that's the type of church that we came from. It had college and career down at the bottom lower level. They had HCC classes. So technically it was considered a school. So
well,
even
owned
though
by HCC.
It was owned by HCC. So even though it was a event hall and on Sundays the only people there that were there was us, you would not be able to carry. So that is a big deal because, you know, you should definitely be allowed to carry at church.
Gene Simmons received my book, read it in one day. You must be a good reader.
Ooh, yeah,
very
that's
well
300
written, very
pages.
thorough.
I think it's like 280 or something.
That's
so there,
tough.
Oh, look at that handsome fella there. So there's the Florida Concealed Carry Law 2021 book. Mackenzie, who said, plot twist, I'm a guy.
Oh.
So when you move to Florida, pick up a copy of Ryan's book. It's $20. It's available on our website at tampacarry.com. And that'll give you a rundown of all Florida laws, and it'll just break it down and help you out. Just to clarify, I can't carry with my Ohio license in the 90 days. Yes, you can. So in that 90 days, you can use your Ohio license while you apply and get your Florida license. So you don't want to go over that 90 days. If your Florida license takes you over 90 days because you didn't submit the paperwork properly or something like that, then you have to stop carrying. So you want to make sure you can carry with your Ohio license for 90 days while you're waiting for your Florida license. So as soon as you get here, get your Florida permit on its way.
Yeah, you want to get it fast. You want to get it fast.
Okay, so let me see here. What is the difference between the 2020 and 2021 book? And there's a lot. There's an extra, I think, 150 pages, and Ryan really went on. He has a section of the.
It's just a lot more in depth, and it's also the laws change, right? So every year, it's going through and fixing and updating how those laws are changing, and then the interpretation of it.
Yeah, but you also added more like
a lot.
Top 10 questions I received, stuff like that. So different things.
Yeah, so bearded, I say that every time.
I know,
bearded
exactly.
woodworker. Our church encourages you to carry, and we have a security team. Stop Bleed medic kit.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, we had like a full-blown trauma kit that I put together. We had 2 of them. Like, we were ready, man. And we had some real threats. You know, we had the one guy that tried to stab me in the parking lot when I was with my 2 sons. And then we had a, like, Islamic jihadist kind of threat against us that we actually had to get the FBI and Homeland Security involved in.
Yeah, this is like real deal.
Real, man. And I still see that guy. I still see him around in Valrico, Brandon area walking, and it's freaking scary because he hasn't done it yet, but we already know it's in him, right? And we've already done what we can do. We've already alerted Homeland Security and the FBI. I've already met with them and talked to them about it. There's not much I can do. But this guy is already planning it, right? We have evidence of that.
Yeah.
So it's going to happen one day. And it's crappy that there's no way to stop
Did he win the lottery? Is that how he got over here?
He won an immigration lottery,
He won an immigration lottery coming from Turkey. Yeah. Pretty scary. So, okay. So this Casper Soul says, I ask all the time because it's important. Not enough people realize that you can open carry antiques, spread the word, question mark.
Yeah, but it doesn't. This is what I said last time. It doesn't make sense. So carrying an antique gun is not logical.
Somebody said, yeah, you might as well carry airsoft. Okay, this is the thing. Just don't ask it like a question then, because we won't answer it every single time. Instead, you can just say, hey, did you know that you can carry an antique firearm if you're a felon? If you're trying to get the word out, if that's your purpose, then just don't put it as a question. That's all. Yeah. And then, people will read it in the comments.
Yeah, Kyle says FBI being useless. It's not my job. Right, yeah. So I'm not in the FBI. I don't know what they have to deal with.
They did require all of our, they asked for all the stuff. They did interview us. They
even interviewed him. They scooped him up. They brought him in and they ran his phone. They looked at all of his messages and stuff. So I mean, they're doing what they can, but there's only so much.
You have to have enough evidence. So if they can't get enough evidence, right, then you're kind of screwed. But there was some solid stuff there.
It was weird. The messages that he was posting on Facebook, it was him and his buddies in Turkey talking back and forth, saying his friends in Turkey would say, did you find the chocolate? You need to get the chocolate. The barbecue is coming soon. Mm-hmm. And then
they would always call it the barbecue.
Right. So, and at the same time, this person is like, we were friends with him, right? Because we want to love everybody and be friends, whatever. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't matter what country you're from. So we were inviting him to our house and going to volunteer events with him and stuff. And he was like, oh, you have guns? Can I buy some guns from you? And I'm like, no, you cannot buy guns from me.
Yeah. So then I just started doing my little, how you do those Facebook profile checks and then you dig into things. I'm like, something seems off. He's getting lots of videos of lots of bridges. And
so yeah, he went to the Skyway Bridge and was videotaping the
weird
bolts.
Stuff.
Tiffany. Videotaping the bolts and the brackets and stuff like that. Just very, very odd, strange behavior.
I was talking too.
Okay.
Okay. When are you guys doing the new Guns and Tacos?
I don't know.
It's coming. We're trying to make it happen. So we're trying to make it happen. If you guys buy more t-shirts and books from us, then we can do more Guns and Tacos.
No, I think I was supposed to do it today, and maybe I'll do it tonight and we're done with this. But YouTube has a membership thing. I want to look into that and see how much they charge or whatever. But it's a small amount for our subscribers, right? But if we can do something like that, I think that would be a way to get some money in. We don't need to make money from it. We just need to break even because it does cost a lot
or not even break even. I don't even care if it just takes a little bit of the load off.
Yeah, it needs to break even. Yeah. If we're going to do it for a long time.
So, anyway. All right. Yes, I know. I actually miss the Guns and Tacos, too, because that was my only time to trap Ryan in the car and talk to him where he couldn't get out.
Yeah, so tell me right now, in the comments, you guys that like Guns and Tacos, would you pay $10 a month to be able to get? No, it
wouldn't have to be $10 a month.
It would be $10, Steph.
No, I don't think so.
It would be. It would be about $10. Would you guys do that to be able to get access to it?
Call it Guns and Grub. No, because every single day, Michael, I would be craving chili relleno. So I don't know if but I do think that it would be fun to do other stuff. Did I already tell? Yes, I know YouTube hates stuff, but they haven't cut us off yet. Did we ever tell you that when Ryan and I first started dating, we would go on date night every Friday night, and the goal was to go to a different ethnic restaurant each time. So we went to Indian places, we went to the Brazilian steakhouse, a couple Thai places, and a part of it was we had to also eat the dessert. So the Indian place, you actually liked it, right?
Yeah, it was cheese, goat cheese, and then goat milk.
Sweetened milk.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was actually good, but it was strange, right?
It wasn't good. Ryan liked it. But anyway, that was super cool. That was pretty neat. I think you ate goat, right? When you went?
Oh, I've eaten goat lots of times.
I do. Oh.
I don't want that. What I'm excited for is for us when we are super rich, I want to be able once a week to eat some type of endangered species like the white rhino steaks.
Oh, really?
You know it's illegal, right? You totally wrecked my joke because you're not paying attention to reading comments.
Oh, whatever. No, I didn't. Sorry. Okay, so a couple people said, yep, I'd member up. Yep, I would do it. Jeff said, yep. Okay, and then maybe the more people you had then it wouldn't have to be, $10 a month. You get to meet at a taco place and doing the tacos as a team meeting. Yeah, except we never know where we're going until...
Well, we could always schedule that out. Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Yeah. OnlyFriends isn't even $10 a month. LOL. What's OnlyFriends?
I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I think he's making an OnlyFans joke.
No, I don't think it's
okay. Elvis says, one more question. When getting a license to carry, do you have to register the gun to your carry license, or once you have a license, you're good? Yeah, so this isn't like the state of New York or New Jersey where when you get a carry permit, you're only allowed to carry the guns that are actually listed on your license. It doesn't work like that. Like, I can literally hand you a gun, Elvis, and if me and you are buddies or whatever, you want to try my Glock 19, I can give it to you, and you're allowed to carry that gun legally, and that's totally fine. You are not allowed to register a firearm in the state of Florida. It's actually illegal to register a gun in the state of Florida. Yeah. I talk about it in depth in my book, so hopefully that helps.
Hey, Katora actually has a really good idea. She said, I would sign up for a monthly T-shirt club if that included the guns and tacos. You know, where you send like a monthly T-shirt out, then we buy them in bulk, so then it helps. That is a good idea, Katora.
I've shared that idea with Tiffany multiple times, and she shot it down like a ball of fire. So, nice job,
No, you
Katora.
have. Do you see, Katora, how he's trying to steal your thunder? Stealing your thunder. You know what? Ryan does it to me all the time. Steals my thunder.
No, I mean, this is a real conversation
all the time. Mackenzie Owens, thank you so much. We are very excited for that. We're going to buy a 22 can in Florida. Awesome. Which one are you going to get? Which one did you just get? The Sparrow?
I just bought a Sparrow, and I just bought the
Silencer Co. Sparrow.
Yeah, Silencer Co. Sparrow and the Spikes Tactical something.
Okay. It's pretty cheap. I mean, not a big deal. Yeah, but we've gotten one.
Yeah, so LTSO Bellevue says, what's the best 45 suppressor? This is like a hot topic item. Mm-hmm. Back in the day, we used to sell a lot of the Advanced Armament Corp Tyrant 45s. I really love that.
The Osprey.
I just bought an Osprey 45 from Silencer Co. Mm-hmm. But frankly, they all use the same design, roughly. Mm-hmm. They're all using a K-baffle system. And they're all using basically the same materials. They're using like a steel blast baffle and then aluminum for the rest of the baffles. So frankly, it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. So it's just about which one.
What was that new one? The Dead Air?
Yeah, Dead Air is like super popular in the last couple years.
Super popular right now.
And PTP. When I was at Shooters World last time, they had some PTP 45 cans.
They're pretty cheap.
Like $249.
Yeah, super cheap. And we've used them before because we used to sell them at the gun store, and they're a decent company.
Yeah.
Jason Walker says he has a Silencer Co. Omega nice. 45K. It's awesome.
Silencer Co. Octane 45. Nice.
Is that no, the Tyrant is the square one, right?
The Osprey is the square one.
Oh, the Osprey is. Yeah. Okay.
Dan, it's got the $10 pre-order for guns and tacos.
Okay, I guess we got to at least do one.
I guess we got to make it happen.
Yeah. Thank you, Dan. We appreciate you
so
as always.
Sharon says, can I carry at a bar or a restaurant that serves alcohol? You are not allowed to have a firearm in any portion of an establishment where the primary purpose is the consumption of alcohol. Mm-hmm. So if you're going to a bar, the primary purpose of a bar is to serve alcohol. So therefore, you could not have a gun anywhere in the bar. But a restaurant like Applebee's, the example I like to use, the primary purpose of it has two sections, right? You have the outer ring, and then you have the inner ring, which is the bar. Primary purpose of that inner lounge area is to consume alcohol, so you cannot have a gun, walk through that area at all with the firearm. But the booth seating on the outside, the primary purpose is to eat, and you are allowed to have a gun there.
Yes. Tom Cigar, can you email me that, please? He's just giving us a suggestion so I can read it later and check into it. Mary Atkins. Woohoo! Mary has been holding down the fort in the women's group. I haven't been posting. She's been doing phenomenal. And she did a tactical pen giveaway yesterday for 4th of July, so that was sweet. She says, what are the top 3 red dot recommendations?
I would say my top 3 would be the Trijicon SRO, the Trijicon RMR, and then if we're talking like the micro red dot, I kind of like I believe it's called the Shield red dot. Very, very small. I like those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm not a big fan of Holosun. Not that I have anything against Holosun. I'm kind of a late adopter sometimes with products.
You are.
It's just not my thing. I've used them. I definitely do not like the reticle inside of Holosuns. because you can switch it. It's like the big like EOTech kind of reticle, or you can just go to a single dot. I prefer just single dot, very, very small. Like you don't need that massive fireball clogging up your entire field of view.
Yeah. You're a late adopter on lots of things.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, wait. What do you think about the Canik TP9CE? Caniks are awesome.
Yeah, I don't know the CE. I don't know what model that is.
We still, look it up really quick. We still need to buy a Canik. I do not know why we don't have one. Okay, Sharon says, even if you're not drinking, it doesn't matter. You can't be in a place that serves.
Yeah, because the statute doesn't say you can be in a bar as long as you're not drinking. The statute says you cannot be in any portion of an establishment where the primary purpose is to consume alcohol. You're allowed to consume alcohol and have a gun as long as you're not in an area where the primary purpose is the consumption of alcohol. Mm-hmm. Now, the rule is if you have a gun on you and you are consuming alcohol, you are not allowed to touch the gun unless it is a justified self-defense situation. Yeah. So no target practice. This is something Buck would do, is drinking a beer and then going target practice.
Going target practice. Yeah. Ryan's wife wants a MP Smith & Wesson 22 rifle. What do you think? We have one,
I love
don't
them.
We?
I don't have M&P 15.
Oh, no, we ended up getting the Ruger instead, the Ruger 22, and then putting all the tactical package on it.
Yeah, but I love it. I think it's great.
They're awesome guns. Yeah.
And it's a very low-cost way to develop a good understanding of the mechanics of an AR-15 because that gun still functions like a traditional AR, which is awesome.
Yep, exactly. Let me see here.
Okay, Thought Criminal says, if I'm witnessing an armed robbery, can I shoot the perp without warning? So you are allowed to use or threaten the use of deadly force as long as it is reasonable. There's a reasonable belief. It is necessary. It has to be to stop imminent death, great bodily harm, or the imminent commission of a forcible felony. And as long as those things are met, you're allowed to use deadly force to protect yourself or someone around you. So if you guys remember, I don't remember what bank it was, but there was a guy sitting in his car here in Brandon while his wife was inside making a deposit. The big, what are they called? Like the big money trucks?
Oh, Brinks.
The Brinks truck pulled up out front and was like loading up the ATM machine. A guy who has committed 17 bank robberies in Florida came up, started robbing the Brinks driver and like beating him up on the ground. Mm-hmm. So this guy out of his vehicle jumped up, ran over to try to help the Brinks driver. And the bad guy, did he shoot him? I'm pretty sure he shot
him. Yep.
Shot the man and then was able to flee away. I don't know if he got the money or not. They definitely didn't catch him.
Yeah.
But that victim, the guy who got shot, he could have easily just smoked that guy.
Yeah.
Because it's a bank robbery. Yeah. It's a aggravated assault.
Right.
Like it was a lot of stuff.
Yeah. But instead he was just trying to not do that and
because he never thought he needed a gun.
Right.
Until he witnessed a bank robbery.
Yep, exactly. So Michael says, what do you think of the Daniel Defense, the DDM4?
DDM4?
Yeah.
Dope.
V7. Yeah, I was going to say it's
the V7. I tried to buy one when we were at Bun's Gun Shop in Tennessee a couple years ago.
Did you try to buy one?
Yeah, it was like $1,600, and I was like, "This is freaking dope, man! I need this gun." And you were like, "No, Ryan, don't do it."
Oh, yeah. Why would I let you?
Okay, yeah.
You know why though, right? Because I had just snuck and bought that
Benchmade knife,
the Benchmade knife, and the Civil War pistol.
Oh,
I had
not Civil War,
Revolutionary War pistol that me and Paisley. Ryan was liking it, whatever, so we snuck it and we bought it for you. So then I'm like, I just bought that pistol and the Benchmade knife, which you never carry.
Drives me crazy
because you were like, ooh, I'd really like that Benchmade knife right there. That's the one I want to carry. So then he walked away. I like legit crawled on the floor in the middle of Bud's Guns. If you guys ever been there, there's a ton of people. It's a huge place. And there's me and Paisley like low crawling.
No, didn't you tell?
And then this guy's like, did you need any help, miss? And he was this real big guy. And I said, sir, can I hide behind you while you can you walk me to the till? So he like legit walked to the till and I hid behind him and he stood there for me while I bought that knife for you. And then he was like, have a good day. I was like, thank you so much. Because I knew I'd get caught.
Yeah.
Because you were looking for me.
No, you're like a freaking ninja.
I said I was just going to go to the car to get some Tums. And yeah, it was so fun though.
Yeah.
It was fun to do. I probably look like a crazy person now.
Okay, have you ever been to American Gun and Pawn in Brooksville? Nope.
Yes.
Is that what
That's
we went to?
The one
Is that
we went
gun?
to. I think that was overpriced. Or maybe that wasn't it.
No,
that wasn't it. Okay, I don't think we have then. No. Okay, Jeff says, thanks, Kyle. Trigicon. Oh, okay, so Kyle's on there.
The SR-15 mags for the Glock 43X. Kyle from Bunker Depot provided me one a long time ago. And when I first loaded it, it's a 15-round mag, right? We could only get 10 rounds into it.
Right.
So we downloaded it. We took all the bullets out, and then I loaded it again, and we could only get 10. And I was like, man, what is happening? So I did what all scientists, engineers do. I jammed a screwdriver in it.
Yeah.
So, and I wiggled the screwdriver around a little bit, and then it worked.
It was the follower was stuck, or the spring was.
There was like a burr or something in the metal.
It was just something because then it worked perfectly. We shot a ton out of it, and it was fine. So Kyle says they sell a ton of Holosuns. I think they're popular because of the price. So,
yeah, they are a lot cheaper, right?
Yeah. So Kyle, just comment on here. Have you had any come back, or have you had anybody complain about them or say they had issues? Let's see. Okay.
So the 2A sanctuary bill, Brandon in Florida, died.
Yeah.
Which I kind of knew it was going to.
Right.
So it's dead in the water. You know, maybe, I'm sure she'll propose it next year. And then we'll just have to see. But it's pretty challenging to get stuff through these committees.
Ting Ting says Tiff telling one of her World War II or I trench stories. Yeah. Low crawling in the gun store. Gosh, I would not be a good person to go in war. I'm just not that person. I would crap my pants.
But you do crap your pants. That's the point, isn't it? But you got to keep going.
That's true. But I don't know if I could keep going. I could probably keep going if you were like there yelling at me, come on. But I don't know if I could keep going if I did it. If I had the kids, I guess, that I had to take care of, then yes, Mama Bear, Yeah,
I think, I've never been in combat, so I don't know, right? But I think something takes over you.
Yeah.
I think it's primal almost. Yeah. And I think you either it's just like everything.
You rise.
You either move forward and you decide you have to keep going, or you just crumble and you die.
Yeah, I agree. Probably just something comes up. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Marcel. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks, Marcel.
Yeah, you are late to the game. You only got like 15 minutes left. I hope that you had a good 4th of July.
Okay, Katura says, my grandfather fought in France in World War II. Yeah, that's awesome. My grandfather was in World War II, too, obviously. And he was like a recon or something. So the stories that I know is that he was out by himself. He would have to crawl and identify the enemy and then give the coordinates to drop the bombs or whatever. Oh. But he had some several people, bad guys he killed and took all their medals and stuff. So I was given a Silver Star and some other cool stuff. Mm-hmm. He also stole some really goblets,
right?
Like the king's goblets or whatever, which is pretty
crazy.
Neat. A lot of neat stuff.
Yeah.
That, he brought back.
Over this because this weekend was obviously 4th of July and stuff, and the place that we go every 4th, we always read the whole
Declaration of Independence.
Declaration of Independence. So has 20 spots, I think. Everybody reads a couple sentences. And then after that, we sing the Star Spangled Banner. And it really made me think, I'm just looking around and how Lincoln and Paisley have been telling me that when they do their Pledge of Allegiance at school, that 90% of the kids don't even stand up. They're not even required to stand up. More than that,
Paisley said it's only her and one other kid. Actually, Paisley said it was
her and one other kid in her whole class. What
even the teacher doesn't 2%? Stand up.
To me, that is so crazy. But what really caught me yesterday off guard was, there is going to become a time. Nobody ever just sits cozy, right? History repeats itself. There will be another war. And the U.S. isn't going to be I should say this. Just think of wolves. There's the pack leader. Mm-hmm. Okay, what are the other wolves under the pack leader always doing? They're following,
challenging,
and they're submitting, but they're always challenging, and they're waiting for their turn to be the leader. So all these other countries that are waiting for their turn to challenge and be the leader.
China.
I know. I don't want to say it.
I was watching the other day, Trump giving his statement.
Listen, I'm talking. Wait till I'm done.
All right.
But here's the thing. Do we have the same kind of men in these upcoming generations that we had that thought, you watch these movies, that fought in World War I and II, do we have those same kind of men? Are we even going to be able to have that same fight, that same...
Have you ever heard the saying, it says, easy times create soft men.
Ooh.
Soft men create tough times. Tough times create tough men. Tough men create soft, easy times. And that's basically the cycle of what happens, right? Is we live in the greatest country on the planet. Yeah. We don't have to worry about food, shelter, security, and safety. Like for most of the population, that stuff is easy, right? Mm-hmm. So that allows, especially a place like California, and that's why California has developed into what it has, such a soft, lunatic area, because they all live in extreme comfort. It's kind of like there's somebody that we met recently that complains about something very dumb. It's something very dumb. I don't want to say it because they might be watching here. But I think to myself, when they complain about this thing, your life is too easy.
Yeah.
Your life is way too comfortable if this is what you complain about. Mm-hmm. Okay? And I think that's what's happening.
Yeah. So Tom Cigar says, I was raised by a World War II vet. I know what that is. Yep. Nope, we're screwed. Perfect saying. So exactly, that was what I was thinking. I was like, I'm just kind of watching the type of, men that are the generations of men that are coming up.
Because what's happening in America today, and this has been a generational thing, because I do believe there's a plot, there's an agenda to destroy America. There
always is. Yeah.
Is that men are not supposed to be men anymore.
Right.
They're telling young men that it's bad to be masculine.
Yes.
We need masculinity.
Yes.
I remember Ben Shapiro was sharing something that I thought was just very intelligent because he's a brilliant person, right?
Yes, yeah.
He said masculinity is what, or maybe it was Jordan Peterson, I don't remember. Masculinity is what makes people go down to the oil rigs and work the oil rigs, right?
Yeah.
Other people aren't going to do that job. You're not doing that job.
I'm not doing that job.
Okay.
I know there's some women that want to do those jobs. Not me.
But it's not the majority.
Hell to the no.
Masculinity is the people that are willing to go into the coal mines and do what needs to get done.
Yep.
The people willing to go to combat. We need masculinity.
We do, yeah.
But part of what's, there's always like the negative side of stuff. Being masculine is taking care of your family.
Yes.
Being masculine is caring more about other people than you do about yourself. That's masculinity.
Right.
But we can still be tough. But we also have to be able to take care of people.
Yeah,
right?
I agree. So the other day you said the reason that we're going down the wrong path is because America is thinking so short term in a 4-year thing, whereas these other countries, not saying any names, are thinking on a 1,000-year thing, right? Because you guys know that their plan, or they were projected to be the...
Who's they? China.
Projected at 2031.
To be the world's biggest economy.
To be the world's biggest economy. And now because of COVID and everything, it's 2028. Ladies and gentlemen, that is like 6.5 years away. So craziness. Scary. And how many do they have in their army? It's like...
A lot.
Like over 1 billion.
Yeah, a lot.
Which is just craziness.
But you can stack them on top of each other to equal one of ours.
You're such an ass. No, I'm just saying. I feel like, trying to get the Man Up program. Yep, Man Up. That is a good program. So anyway, makes me a little nervous looking around at today's men. So... That's just...
Yeah, okay, Florida bearded woodworker. Yeah. Everybody today, it's really, if you look what's happening, people don't want to work because they're not making enough money. Or they claim they're not, right? Like, $15 an hour is not enough. Bro, go do whatever the hell you have to do to make the money that you need to make.
Yeah.
Nobody owes you shit.
Yeah.
Your job is to go do it. And if you're going to bleed and sweat and die to make it happen, that's your responsibility as a man. But now today... These people, I saw this person the other day was like, we need to make $50 an hour. That's a working wage. It's like, shut the hell up. $50 an hour. You know how much a cheeseburger would cost if minimum wage is $50 an hour?
Right.
And first of all, if you're making $15 an hour and you're older than 16 years old, you need to read a personal development book because you are not trying.
Yeah, because you can do more. You can do better. So he said, my father had 3 jobs to protect, provide, and prevail. man up beta boys. Yeah, I have to agree. So I had something to say and I totally forgot. Ryan, people don't want to work. Are you kidding me? Yeah,
let me just say it out here. Losers don't want to work.
Yes.
Losers don't want to work.
Yeah.
People that want to bitch and complain about the position they're in and blame it on other people are losers. Mm-hmm. So Tiffany knows, and people that are really close to me on here know, I'm a big believer in personal responsibility. And it's interesting. One of the books that I'm reading right now, it's by a guy named Russell Brunson. And he says, telling people to take personal responsibility, we know that that's the only way a person becomes successful is by taking personal responsibility. But he said you can never tell people that.
Yeah.
Because when you tell your followers that it's their fault and they have to take responsibility for their own position in life, mm-hmm. it causes them not to like you. He said what you have to do is you have to throw rocks at your enemy. You have to justify their failures and blame it on somebody else. He said every politician knows this strategy. And isn't that the case? They all blame the reason your life is like this is because of somebody else did it. Mm-hmm. This generation did it, whatever. Mm-hmm. No, shut the hell up and go to work. Nobody cares about whatever your problem is. Mm-hmm. Go work.
Yep. I agree. So Macho Man said, hope all is well. I graduated EMT school, got accepted into the fire academy. Full masculinity here. Let's go.
Can you get me some Percocet?
Awesome. Hey, congratulations. Thank you for what you do.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
Super awesome. Okay, Katura said, I was watching her comment, but you would not shut up, so I couldn't say it. But she said, I want the man to protect me, but I carry a gun so I can still protect myself. That is the position that I am in. Like, I want Ryan. I don't care. I want him to be the hard worker. Of course, I still work hard, but I want him to be the protector. I want to take it easy a bit and you do the hard work. That's the way I feel. So I help him by cooking and doing his laundry, making sure that he's, welcomed home and stuff like that, just so that I can send him out to go do a good job.
Go to war.
Go to war. Every day is a war. Anyway, guys, it is about that time. How do I know? Because my butt crack is sweating in this chair. And I am not joking. It gets sweaty in here. Do you have the same problem?
Yeah, Canik TP9 SF. So I saw like $15 an hour. The whole mindset is shifted in America now, and they're not even happy with $15. It's like when you give your kid or you give anybody wiggle room, then they want more. They never stop. It's never good enough. They just keep wanting more and more free stuff.
Yeah. So this is kind of cute. Right here. So my son wants to ask for a raise being a busboy. Very cute. But here, I'll tell him this because I worked in the restaurant industry for over 10 years. And I'll tell you what, if you stay at a busboy for more than a year, then you're doing something wrong, because the busboys that would hustle like crazy, which was me, right? Wipe that table, bring it to the dish rack, unload it for the dishwasher. Then managers see you and they're like, okay, this person
is a hustler.
This person needs to move up the ladder. And then you get to become the hostess. And then from the hostess, you do that job well. And then they're like, okay, now, because the goal is to get to the waitress or waiter where you can make, the tips. But it was funny because we would have the same thing. We would have the busboys that did this.
Yeah.
Like that. You're not going anywhere. You'll probably be at that job for 30 years, honestly.
It's interesting, but people say things like, we had employees that would say stuff like this. We would ask them to do something. They're like, well, you're not paying me to do that. That's not in my job description. Boop, you're fired. Get out. Yeah. So every one of my jobs, when I worked at Culligan, I was just a sales rep, but I started acting as the sales trainer. Mm-hmm. I wasn't getting paid for it. Nobody asked me to do it. But I realized that it needed to get done, and I decided to take it on, and I started doing it. And then all of a sudden they were like, oh my God, do you want to be the sales trainer? And I was like, that'd be awesome.
Well, okay, so here's the thing, though. Like that guy that I said, hey, can you wipe the windows at the gun store, right? He said, I'm standing here, and I said, okay. He goes, I'm just going to stand here because that's whatever $14 an hour worth. whatever we're paying him.
He said, all I'm going to do, you pay me $14 an hour, so I'm going to do $14 an hour worth of work. And I'm thinking,
okay, when I hired you, we told you this is, how much we're going to pay you. You accepted the job. And what I'm thinking in my head is how every single job that I ever had, I always, even back in the day, people didn't go to college. They worked their way up, right? Yeah. You get in, that you just get your foot in the door, and then you hustle, and you will work your way up, unless you're trying to be a doctor or surgeon where you actually need a diploma. Yeah. But people don't want to do that anymore. They're like, just going to go into work and I'm going to work my $10, $12 an hour. I'm going to do the very minimum of work.
But see, there's a bigger lesson here, because that's the exact same thing that happens in business. Yeah. People start the business and they think, I created it. Now all these people are going to show up. Nope, nobody cares about your business. Yeah. You have to hustle for months and years and decades before anybody starts to pay attention, and then all of a sudden you're an overnight success.
Yeah, so if you guys knew the story of Ryan and Tiffany, which one Monday Night Live, we have to do the timeline.
We were sitting outside and just sharing all of our business stories and stuff the other night. It's freaking nuts.
The businesses that Ryan and I have done and the stuff that we have gone through to hustle. Like, you guys would just die hearing this stuff. Yeah.
It's a freaking Netflix series.
It's super crazy. But anyway, let's do some giveaways. So put your book up there. We're going to give away a copy of Ryan's book, Florida Concealed Carry Law 2021, which I think everybody should have. Hey, before you leave this live stream, so go ahead and comment book. But before you leave the live stream, please help us out and just hit that like button, because it actually does help. YouTube does track when videos get likes. They'll show it in the suggestions a little bit more for other people to find us. And I understand that some of you, don't want to share it on your Facebook page or whatever, because you don't want people to know that you're, a gun person or whatever it is, right? But if you don't give two craps about it, share it on your Facebook page, because, again, that will help Ryan and I. So go ahead and comment. Wait, somebody said something, the belt.
Everyone needs Ryan's book. I agree, Mary.
Yes, I agree. Everybody needs the book.
But you know what? It's really fascinating. Again, you guys that know me personally know that I read every day for several hours.
Ryan.
And I study, and I really am very focused on trying to identify who I need to become to have what I want. That's what I spend most of my morning really focusing on. And I was sharing this with the kids the other day. Every secret to what you want in your life, money, happiness, your marriage, anything you want, the secret to it is in books. But nobody wants to take the time to go get it.
Yeah.
Or it's all there, right? It's like knowing there's $10 million sitting down the street, but you got to crawl on your hands and knees to get it.
Yeah.
And they're like, I want the money. But I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Right? So, and it's fascinating.
You're on a.
I am. I'm freaking pissed off.
You're on a streak tonight there, baby. Woo! Gosh, you're making me hot over here. Okay, so I am going to pick a winner for the book. All right.
Yeah, Florida beaded woodworker. So he's got a lawn business. That's awesome. Even deliver Instacart, woodworking equipment. That's awesome. Here's something an idea that I've had with lawn businesses. Lawn guys don't get this concept. But if you can do this, man, you will dominate. You got to have customer reviews. And when somebody comes into a subdivision like this, what's really funny is these lawn care guys, they cut one lawn here in Valrico. Then they drive over to Riverview and cut a couple lawns. You got to cut my lawn, stop and knock on every door in my neighborhood.
Yeah, Ryan was a door knocker.
And say, I already cut the Thomas family's lawn. Here's a review from the Thomas family.
Yeah.
If you let me cut your lawn on the exact same day every week or 2 weeks, whenever he comes.
Every week, yeah.
I'm going to give you this special price.
Yeah, $10 off.
Why are you driving around to all these places? There should be one dude that cuts every lawn in my neighborhood. There's 100 houses here, right?
Yeah.
One dude should be cutting this. And if you've developed a good enough network in here, you could get that. So your entire day, one place, you're done. You make a ton of money.
Then go to the next neighborhood the next day. Yep. And every time you go cut the house, knock on the doors that you don't have. And eventually
you will get everybody.
You will get them. Yep. Because they're like, hey, everybody else has got it. Okay. David Washington Jr. Put the link up there. Send me an email to winner@tampacarry.com and I will send you a copy of Ryan's book. Okay. The next giveaway is going to be a t-shirt off of our website. We have, I think, close to 60 different designs on our website. You can pick up one. Which one are you wearing tonight? Patriot Sheepdog. Yeah, you can see it. So all you have to do is comment t-shirt down below, and I'm going to give you the rules of how this works. If I do pick you to win a t-shirt, you're simply just going to go to tampacarry.com, click on the shop tab, click on t-shirts, look through the t-shirts, decide which one you want, send me the SKU, the color, and the size, along with your address, and we will get it shipped out to you. And if you want to support Ryan and I, you can pick up a t-shirt on our website as well. I'm about to get a new batch put on there. So they're being worked on, and we'll have some new t-shirts up there pretty soon. So anyway, comments for a few minutes there. Man, you're fiery tonight. Like, I don't know what's gotten into you. Hoy.
Jesus.
My next t-shirt will be the I pled the second. Yeah, isn't that a funny t-shirt? Ryan was wearing that the other day. I can't remember where we were going, but I was like, could you change your shirt? Because sometimes he doesn't ever, sometimes he never. Ryan will never think about what he's wearing. And Lincoln yesterday, he says, hey, can I wear one of Dad's shirts for 4th of July? I'm like, sure, no problem. Go upstairs and get one. Guess what he comes down with? So
it's a purple shirt with big pink flowers on it that says, this is my killing shirt.
Yes. So I'm like, no,
so we're like, yeah,
you're 9. Go find a different t-shirt. Find one with American flag.
Walmart denied selling me ammunition because I was wearing that shirt. And I said, why won't you sell me ammo? And they said, you're too aggressive.
Yeah, that was so funny. You came home, you were pissed. I'm like, I don't know. I bought that. But do you remember like the first day that I took over the children's ministry or whatever, Ryan comes to help me because he would actually sit in the rocking chair, and any of the babies that would, kind of cry and be fussy, I would be like, here you go, honey, because Ryan's great with kids. He loves to do it. So he would rock the babies, and he comes in there to help me, and he's wearing that. This is my killing shirt. I'm like, I don't think so.
Not fit for children's ministry.
So he doesn't think things through like that. It kind of drives me crazy.
I think I am who I am, and you either like me or you don't. Pick a side.
Well, yeah, it's not whether or not they like you or not. It's just like, is it appropriate for what you are doing or where you are going? I don't feel like you have that compartment on your brain that helps you to decipher that. That's why God gave you me. I'm the rational one. All right. Mike Coban, Koban. You are the winner for tonight's t-shirt. So send me an email to winner@tampacarry.com, but don't send me a winner until you go on our website and choose which shirt you want. So anyway, guys, that is it for tonight's show. We thank you very much for tuning in. As always, like I said, before you leave, if you can click the like button, that really helps us out. But that is it. I think you had enough of Ryan and I tonight. I need to go and wipe my butt crack.
And with that, we're going to leave it there.
We're going to leave it there.
Have a great night, guys.
Good night, guys.